Another day, another project. So we got our diesel tank out. That was a struggle, as you probably noticed. We didn't get it all on film because our hands were full of diesel and a mess, but it's out. We had to cut the fill cap a little bit shorter because it wouldn't fit through the hatch. But we got some, I'd say, bigger than pinholes. 2 spots that I can see now. So we purged the tank with some soapy water.
Morning.
Morning.
What happens in the morning here?
The birds are so loud.
So this is comfort in a 25-30 degree type of day with huge sunshine. So today I managed to set up for a beautiful Bimini. It's blue. Totally matches the Dodger, which is great. But it's awesome. We actually have shade here and a little breeze because it's really, really warm today. There is a lot of sun and I've been working in this hole. So really today I'm playing with the hot water tank. We're trying to remove it. So I've been disconnecting all the power to it so that I could cut some of the wires. I'm cutting all of this under Corey's supervision so that I don't electrocute myself. And there is also in that tank, there's a lot of, it's all winterized, so there's a lot of liquid in it. So I've been playing with the hoses and disconnecting hoses and using, gosh, where's this thing? So my dad made these lovely little wooden plugs. So I've been disconnecting hoses and shoving this in it so that we don't end up with water all over the place. And slowly emptying it. What happened there?
Oh, we finally got the water tank out. It was like this much, too big to fit through the hatch. So we had to force it and it finally came out.
What you doing?
We're making good use of our manual bilge pump that we bought here. I'm just taping up the hose and we're gonna try to siphon out the diesel out of our tank because we think we have a leak in our tank. So hopefully this works because I wasn't able to siphon it by mouth, which I don't really want to do anyway. So we're gonna give this a try. Wish us luck. How's the hole?
Oh, well, it smells a little stinky. It's the shit tank right beside me.
Yum.
And okay, I'm not strong enough. I'm trying to get a hose off of our fuel tank so that we can get the fuel tank off. But it's stuck.
Well, I think there's enough room to cut it, so we'll just cut it. We got our cap here undone. We drained most of the fuel out. Hopefully we don't need to drain more. And we should be good to go. We got a few hoses disconnected. We just got one last hose to disconnect.
Jeez.
Another project. We're pulling out the diesel tank because we're pretty sure we got a leak. Actually, we're almost 100% sure now because when we were pulling out, you could feel the moisture underneath, and that's not normal. So here it is. Check it out. We got it most of the way out. Now we just got to pull it out through this little hole. This is the gas tank, the diesel tank rather, part way out of the hatch. Some choice words to give to Hunter. Why the hell would you make a diesel tank slightly bigger than the hatch that it has to come out of? There's no other way other than maybe tearing apart the bathroom wall to get this hatch out. So Alex is down there. Let's see if we can get her. Oh look, there's her hand. So she's tucked into some contortionist little spot. Half fuel tank, or half diesel tank and half Alex. Alex takes up half the hole. The diesel tank takes up the other half. I'm glad I got a tiny girlfriend.
I'm getting high. Good morning. So it's a mess here, quite a mess. Yesterday we didn't do as much recording just because we were really dirty. I was in the hatch right under me dealing with the fuel tank. Corey was pulling the fuel from the other side, so we were messy.
Lots of fuel on the hands, it didn't work so good.
Yes, and we ended up, so the fuel tank is pretty much too big to come out from the hatch, so we had a bit of issues getting it out. Corey started taking apart the whole wall of the bathroom, which it wasn't for nothing. It's really dirty, so I'll be able to clean it, but it still didn't quite make it out that way unless we would have unhooked the waste tank, which has the previous owner's shit in it, so didn't really want to do that. So we ended up having to cut part of the little metal tube that comes up on the top.
Our fill cap.
Yeah, the fill cap.
Which there's the hole for it down there between our feet.
So that was the only way we could get it out, and Corey was still quite had quite a bit of trouble getting it out, but it's finally out. There's a bit of little holes at the bottom, so it was a good idea to actually get it out because it is leaking, and we're gonna need to either buy a brand new fuel tank or try to see if there's ways of fixing it. So anyways, today might be a bit of shopping and weighing our options and seeing what's the best way, cheapest way, anyways the best way really. And meanwhile he was dealing with some of that. I started doing the second coat of Interprotect on our rudder and even managed to do a bit of the hull as well. Woohoo! So it's looking really sexy. I like it. Anyways, good morning.
Here's the mess. Got the sails out, all the junk that was in that hatch there out, and there's a pretty big mess in here. And there's all the bits of the bathroom wall, our engine, and where our fuel tank was. You can kind of see it there. There's the fitting that I had to cut off because it was about that much too long to get out of the hatch. Thank you, Hunter, for making a gas tank slightly too big. And here is our corrosion. So we purged the tank with some soapy water, got rid of whatever little remnants of diesel was left in it. So it's all good and not going to catch on fire if we do happen to spark anything, which we shouldn't. We're not using any power tools right now. And if you want to come over here, you'll see this massive, well, pretty massive hole. It's definitely bigger than a pinprick, and that's why we smelt a lot of diesel inside. And then we got another one here that's much smaller. It's just a little pinhole. So I think after pricing a repair on this, around $60 from an aluminum welder, or a tank, which we haven't fully priced, but we're thinking it's going to be around $400 maybe. So I think we're just going to try a JB Weld, sort of our own fix on this, pressurize it and see if it holds, and see how that works. And then probably repaint the entire tank and maybe even rubberize this bottom part, so we put some like rubber bed liner on it, so we have less problems with abrasion or any rubbing that will cause more rust again. So we'll see how that works. If that doesn't work, we're probably gonna repair the tank, or get the tank repaired. And unless we find a really cheap, or not really cheap, but like a good price for a brand new tank. So that's the plan so far. My first time cooking in the galley. Alex has been cooking pretty much everything while I've been doing other things, and this time I'm cooking. So we're making a nacho. Look at this nacho. It's well loaded. We have pretty much leftovers for a third layer, but we're not sure how well it's going to cook in our oven here. So the oven's preheated. We're going to shove it in and hopefully it turns out okay. We're also a little concerned about the silicone. It may or may not burn, so we're going to have to keep a bit of an eye on it.